Hey guys, I'm going to show a few videos on how I go about doing dance edits. I'm not going to tell you this is exactly how you have to do things, but this is how I do things. So hopefully you can find a few bits and pieces that will help you if you need to do some dance edits. Also, if you don't want to deal with them, I would gladly handle doing any edits for you. My contact info is in my About section, baileyrecording@gmail.com. Let's go and dig in. I'm going to open up the email I got from the client. The first edit she needs me to do is a really simple one. Here's all the instructions. Okay, so let's go and import the track. And I've gone about different ways of doing this, but what I've settled on the last few years is I always open up a master track and then another stereo track. We'll get into how I use those. So master track. And this is a really simple edit. Sometimes they can get really complicated with multiple tracks and they got to blend together, match tempos, all sorts of stuff. So I usually call this final. So anyway, so what we're going to do is we're just going to follow her instructions. So cut at 125. So we'll start from the beginning. Find 125. Okay. So the time isn't always 100% accurate, but what I'm looking for is the downbeat. And tapped transient is your best friend. And in this case, it's not grabbing the downbeat, so I'm gonna have to manually go in and find it. Looking at the waveform here, that looks pretty good. So I'll splice that. I'm just gonna go down the line.
Sunshine in my pocket. When I'm in my zone, 'cause I got. When I'm in my zone, 'cause I got. When I'm in my zone, when I'm in my zone, when I'm so high, no ceiling. When I'm in my zone, 'cause I got that.
So I'm just going to grab it at the downbeat, even though I probably won't use all of this. So the 1, 2, 3, 4, no. 2, 3. Her notes say she just wanted the "cause I got that." But we'll see what we end up with. Really just looking for grabbing all the downbeats so we can match them up really easily. Okay. Go until 216 and then a slow fade, 221.
Nothing I can see but you when you dance, dance, dance. Feel good, good creeping up on you.
Okay.
Nothing I can see but you when you dance, dance, dance.
And the important thing of doing the splicing without moving anything around is I want to make sure I don't start moving stuff around and I'm like, oh crap, the numbers that she has on her notes don't match up to my tracks anymore. So I like muting things so I can visually see what I'm not using. So anyway, so this is the first section, second section, so we got to put them together. Sometimes I'll use transitions or other things to cover up if it's a choppy transition, but we should be able to get this one pretty good. So pop it up to the final. As long as you got your downbeats nailed, I always do shuffle, so it pops it right in there. We'll see where we sit.
So just dance, 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 come on, 'cause I got that. So just dance, dance, dance. So just dance, 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 come on. cause I got that sunshine in my pocket.
So that feels weird to me.
So just dance, dance, dance. So just dance, dance, dance. Come on, cause I got that.
Okay, so there's pretty much a measure in here I'm going to take out. So I'm going to find the downbeat right before the splice.
Dance. So just dance, dance.
So on the 1.
So just dance. So just dance. 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 Dance.
There we go.
Dance, dance, dance. Come on.
Okay. So I'm going to go to shuffle. Going to get rid of this guy. And it's not going to sound right, but it should, as far as uneven count, learned from different dance clients that a lot of times they have to have it even numbers, counting measures, odd measures throw them off. So this should be an even number.
So just dance, dance, dance. So just down, cause I got that sunshine.
Okay, so it doesn't sound right, but the count is right. So now we can, it's lined up timing wise, so we can move this around. Let's see.
Cause I got. So just dance, dance. Cause I got that. So just dance, dance. Cause I got that. So just dance, dance. Cause I got.
So she wanted the cause I got that in there, but the previous section is not finished.
So just dance, dance. Cause I got that.
And it feels a little weird. So what I'm going to try doing may not work. We'll split this out or duplicate it. Okay. So I'm going to find enough words for the end of the phrase here.
Dance, dance, dance. Dance, dance. Dance, dance.
Okay.
Dance, dance, dance. Dance, dance, dance. Dance, dance. Cause I got that sun. So just dance, dance. Cause I got that sunshine. So just dance, dance. Cause I got that sunshine.
Okay, that feels a little better.
So just dance, dance. Cause I got that sunshine in my pocket.
Okay, yeah, I'm liking that. So what I'm gonna do, a little trick I've learned, I'm gonna want this to trail off a little bit more, so I'm gonna put a plate reverb on here. I always like using this guy. Okay, put it completely off. Gonna automate the mix. So we'll go into our automation here.
So just dance, dance, dance. So just dance, dance, dance.
Kind of gives it a cool effect. Smooths it out a little bit more.
So just dance, dance. Cause I got that sunshine. So just dance, dance. Cause I got that sunshine in my pocket. So just dance, dance. Cause I got that.
And just for good measure, I may do a little reverse thing here.
Cause I got.
Let's chop that. Gonna reverse this guy. Let's do a little effect here. do our audio suite with a reverb. I'll just do the deverb. Oops. Okay, now I'm going to reverse it. If you notice, I really don't have a plan going into this. I just get all the technical stuff done first, and then I do some creative stuff when needed. If it's not needed, I don't do it, but I feel like this transition, it's not going to flow well unless I throw some stuff in here. Same philosophy with any mixing stuff I do. Technical first. Creative later.
So just dance, dance, got that sunshine in my pocket. So just dance, dance, got. 'Cause I got. Cause I got.
Let's get rid of this. Let's try popping that up there.
Cause I got. Cause I got. Cause I got. Just dance, dance, got that sun. Just dance, dance, got. Dance, dance, got that sun. Dance, dance, got that.
Just fade it up.
Dance, dance, got that sunshine.
Just gives a little bit. So let's listen to the final product.
So just dance, dance, dance. So just dance, dance, got that sunshine in my pocket.
Let's do it one more time.
So just dance, dance, dance. So just dance, dance, got that sunshine in my.
I'm good with that. Usually what I always try to do is nod my head to the rhythm on the final listen through and picture myself, if I'm a horrible dancer, but if I was dancing, if it would make sense, feel-wise, counting-wise, just everything. So that felt good to me. So the last thing I'll do is pop a limiter on here just to make sure we're not clipping anything. And since we have that, this is already mastered, and we're overlapping two things, it's already going to be clipping. So I usually pull it down 10 decibels just to be super safe. And then boost it with the limiter later. But it allows it to catch it with the limiter before any clipping happens. So I'll just pull it down 10 decibels. Then put my out ceiling, the safe 0.2.
So just dance. So just dance, dance, dance. So just dance, dance, got that sunshine in my
Looks good to me.
pocket. Got that good soul.
So we'll bounce it down. The only other thing I do is I make sure there's a little extra room at the beginning if not already there. That's good to me. But I always try to leave a couple extra seconds at the end. If they're putting all these tracks together for a routine, they like to have a little bit extra time at the end of each track in case they need to pause the CD or anything like that. So I've firsthand experienced the tracks being too close together, like the first one ending really fast and then the next one starting, and there not being enough time. If something unexpected happens with the dancers, there has to be time for whoever's running sound to stop that track before the next one starts. So I just leave a little extra room because you can always start the next track early when you're ready. So hopefully that makes sense. That's really only for clients that use these for a big routine or recital or something like that, which this client does. So yeah, so we're going to bounce it down. I just send MP3, but I save the Pro Tools file so I can save it into a WAV file if I need to later. There we go. So that's it. Hope you have a great one.